writing language. Instead of the alphabet, they used 27 pictures to represent sounds.
Cool. Do you know anything about the Rosetta Stone or any of that kind of stuff?
Yep. The Rosetta Stone found in 1799. No one was able to understand hieroglyphics until Jean-Francois Champion decoded the stone in 1822. Hieroglyphics, Demotic Egyptian, and Greek.
Those were all on the Rosetta Stone?
Yep.
Cool. Then what about the people that wrote everything down? What were they called?
A scribe's.
What's in a scribe's toolbox?
Soot or charcoal for ink. Reed pen to draw with. Papyrus paper.
And papyrus paper, did you know, was made from papyrus being cut up very thin, then soaked, and then woven together and put a heavy flat rock to squish them together and dry them.
I did know that.
Can you show us how they wrote?
Yep. This is how I write my name.
What's the difference from writing it now and back then?
Well, they use pictures.
Is it true that when you're writing your name out in Egyptian, you only use the letters you hear?
Yep. Write your name in hieroglyphics. What kind of medical tools did they use?
Well, they used tools, but they also had their own ingredients to make medicine. To disinfect, they used copper. These were the tools they used. They used scalpels, swabs, and linen. If you were constipated, that means that you can't poop. You put warm oil on your belly. Raw garlic was mashed in a mixture of vinegar and water, yuck, to gargle and rinse the mouth for sore throats and toothaches. I'm never doing that. Mother's milk was for viral diseases. Zayla, your face.
Oh.
For herbs, they used cumin, pomegranate root, and coriander. Did you know the Egyptians were the first people to tell time using the water clock, and they were the first people to make a calendar?
No, I didn't! Oh my gosh, I just learned something new!
Egyptians were the first people to tell time using the water clock. It worked like this. Can you show an example, Zayla, while I talk? Thank you. They had a bowl-like area and filled it up with water. Put a little hole in the bottom of the bowl and mark a line on the wall and use the same time every time you mark it, so you get an accurate reading. They also invented the calendar, 365 days a year and divided into the 12 months. The Big Pyramid of Giza is 365 Egyptian inches. Did you know the Egyptians used a shadouf to bring water to their crops? So they have the load is the water in the bucket or the pot they used. And then this is called the counterweight. Well, they would have a huge stone, and the fulcrum is what holds it up. So it's a giant lever. And then so they pulled a string here, put water in it from the Nile, pick the water up and put it into the canal. Can you talk about that a little, Zayla?
This is all the crops over here, and this is the canal. And the canal feeds the crops. And this over here is the Nile River.
Hey, do you know anything about the mummies?
Yep, that's salt giant.
because when a person dies, he wraps them in cloth and linen, and they put salt and other artifacts in. The salt dries him up, so then he can preserve his body for the second life. And then they put the organs in canopic jars.
Wait, what did you say?
Organs such as the heart, the liver, the gallbladder, stuff like that. They put it in jars with animal heads like the gods on them to protect it for their second life.
That's a little scary.
And for beer, that's a whole other thing. So beer, they used it as currency. And
Wait, did you say beer?
Yes, they used it for currency. And
What's currency?
money. So they used it for money. They also kept them safe from germs and bacteria in their water because it purified it, gave them vitamins, and they drank 6 times more beer than we do.
That's a lot.
Thank you for joining us for Egypt